Hey, what's up? My name is Angie, and in today's video I'm gonna be sharing my honest review, my honest experience using FreshNLean. I've been using this service for the last 3 months, and I'm gonna share again my honest experience, pros, cons, and a little unboxing. If you are interested, then stay tuned, and thank you for watching. So first things first on why I started FreshNLean. So obviously the year is 2020. We're all living through this pandemic and times have been very tough. I found it very hard to just be consistent with eating healthy. I was just eating out more, and I wasn't, having a good gym, like at-home gym workouts. They were just pretty much non-existent. So I one day just decided to go through all my finances, and I realized how much I was spending on eating out, and just looking at myself in the mirror thinking, I don't feel happy with how I look, with how I feel. So it's time to make a change. By having FreshNLean, this is basically my way of caving in to a meal delivery service, but also just my way of holding myself accountable to eating healthy again. So even if I wasn't being consistent with at-home workouts, or when the gym finally opened up, going back to the gym again, at least the one thing that I was doing for myself, the bare minimum, was just eating healthy to start. So that's the first thing. The second thing that I'll say is that with FreshNLean, they do offer 5 different meal plan types, which I'll put here on the screen. They have protein plus, keto, paleo, standard vegan, and low carb vegan. They also have the option for you to bulk buy, but I don't have any experience with that. For the purpose of this video, I'm only going to be reviewing the paleo plan because that is the plan type that I have. Okay, so as I mentioned, I chose a paleo plan. Why did I choose it? So I actually started out with the protein plus plan. That is made for athletes, which, as you can see, I am no athlete. After 2 weeks, I decided, you know what, I'm gonna change it. I reached out to their customer service and was able to make that adjustment. As someone who has PCOS, I know that my body does not do well with a high carb diet, which is the protein plus plan, high carb, high protein. So with paleo, it is lower carb, it's still really great protein options as well. So that was why I wanted to switch over to paleo. I also wanted to try paleo out in the past, and I never had been consistent because I always ran out of ideas. So with having FreshNLean, this actually helps me to just see the different varieties, the different options that you have even within a certain realm of foods. One thing that I'll mention actually is that, speaking of not having ideas, what I did was that I started writing all the meal names and everything here in my little booklet, and I have the recipe names with the ingredients. So yeah, so I have quite a few. My little method is, once I receive my shipment, I take everything out the box and just start writing it down here before I even put it in the fridge, because I feel like once I put it in the fridge, I'm just gonna start taking them out, eating it, and not writing it down. So this is just my way of just having all the little recipes all in one book. That's that. Okay, so how does it work? You have the option with FreshNLean of getting breakfast, lunch, dinner. You can either choose one of the 3, 2 of the 3, or 3 of the 3. Personally, for me, what I've done, again, just my experience, I've done 2 meals, lunch and dinner. So I have breakfast. I love making breakfast. That's just a whole nother little video, but for the purpose of this, I do lunch and dinner with FreshNLean. You then have the option of selecting one of two things. You can either choose FreshNLean for 5 days of the week or FreshNLean for 7 days. So what I've done is 5 days, 2 meals for the day, so 10 meals for the week. And it comes out to $126, by the way, for all my meals, which per meal comes about, I think it's $12.60 per meal, which I think is very, very, very solid. I think it's such a great price. You're getting quality food, so I really could not budge and I could not complain on that. So yeah, that's that. I did it for 5 days. I decided not to go for the 7 because I did want to allow myself the flexibility of being able to maybe try and cook and recreate something that I had during the week, or if we're going to eat out, then at least I know that it's just for the weekend, and you know, try and keep it healthy. For my ladies, something that I did want to definitely mention is that during my first cycle, while being on the paleo plan, I realized that I didn't get cramps, which was a huge win for me, a huge plus. I mean, I have a heating pad, a heating blanket, and to feel like I didn't have to use those things in the blazing summer, I was so happy, and I think it's just worth sharing. So that's my little experience. And FYI, it has been 3 months now and still no cramps during my cycle time. As far as the chocolate cravings, I still have my chocolate cravings, but no cramps, so that's cool. All right, so now starting with my pros and cons, we're gonna start with the pros. Okay, so in order for me to decide what company I was gonna, you know, order, you know, food from and the meal delivery service, my personal criteria was that I wanted the company to offer organic, gluten-free, dairy-free, and non-GMO. So when I came across FreshNLean and I saw that they offered all that, I was sold. I was just like, all right, sign me up, let's do it, because those things are huge for me. Again, as someone who has PCOS, I know that I cannot have dairy, I cannot have gluten. So for a company to cater to me in that way, I was just like, yes, let's go. So super happy. Something else worth mentioning is that their meals are made from scratch in California, Anaheim to be more specific, and they do work with local farms and I guess just it's fresh and fresh, never frozen. They do have really great variety and protein, and I mean, I love variety, so when I say there's really good variety, I mean it. They have chicken, steak, shrimp, and salmon. Salmon happens to be my favorite. It's so good, not too fishy. When I heat it up at work, no one even budges. No one is asking who has fish or anything like that. It's just so good. Another pro is that it does come in a BPA free, microwave safe tray, which is cool. And it does have instructions in the back of the tray to just guide you if you're gonna do microwave, if you're gonna do oven or stovetop. It has the instructions there. So another pro is that every week they do send out to your email their weekly menu preview, which you'll have an idea of what's coming. And again, just from my experience, you can either get 5 different meals twice or 10 different meals. That's that. Okay, so this one's actually something that I didn't realize was a pro until I traveled. So my boyfriend went to donate stem cells to New Jersey, and we stayed at a hotel for 2 nights. So I had to, you know, pack my bags. I took my FreshNLeans, and you know, yeah, the dishes are vacuum sealed. It's really great for travel, and you know, it's little details like that that really make a difference, because, you know, I wasn't worrying about everything just like being wishy-washy everywhere. So I thought that was pretty cool. The food is shipped with FedEx in a nice big cardboard refrigerator box. It comes with nice thick styrofoam all throughout the perimeter of the box, and it has a lot of water soluble ice packs. So you will receive an email at about Wednesday with the tracking information, and you typically, well, for me, I would typically receive my shipment on Friday without a fail. But again, to be completely transparent, I only experienced one issue, which just happened to be last week, and I didn't mind it all that much because I was getting updates via email just letting me know, like, okay, this is the next update, this is where your package is, and really appreciated that. This is very transparent, and definitely appreciate it. So with my actually also wanted to mention that even during the summer heat, I didn't have any issues where the package would come and it just felt like, you know, things went to waste. It was not the problem. Never had that issue. So now for my cons, I don't have many cons, but I think it is worth mentioning that you don't have a login to make any changes. If you want to make any changes, you have to reach out to their customer support either through email or through phone, which is fine, but I just hate feeling like I'm bothering people. I like to take ownership and just make the changes myself. But it's fine. I reached out to customer service. The lady was super nice, and I actually did inquire on the possibility of maybe having the option to have a username and password to make changes. She said it's something that they're looking forward on doing in the future, but I should receive an email when that time comes, so we'll see. The second con, and that's the last con, is that you can't choose your meals. So with FreshNLean, the only thing you choose is just your meal plan type, and that's it. You let the chef do the cooking. You don't have to worry about anything. I actually was under the assumption that I would have been able to choose my meals, but again, because they offer so much of what I was looking for in a company, they have it, and you know, the pros definitely outweigh the cons. I can definitely just, you know, get past it and just oversee that small little detail as far as choosing meals. I love variety, and I think it's fine. Never had any issues where I didn't eat a meal because I just didn't like the ingredients. So something else worth mentioning is that who is it for, who is it not for? If you want some guidance, if you want, you know, just kind of like, my little analogy in my head is kind of like having training wheels in a bicycle. You know, you need this temporary. For me, this is temporary. I need to get everything else in my life together before I can just, you know, start, you know, removing from lunch and dinner to maybe only lunch or maybe only dinner, because there are other things that I am trying to do, and it again just helps me with time, with energy, and I think it's really great for anyone who is a parent and just anyone who just needs help. This is it, okay? There's no shame. There should be no shame because you're an adult and you have a meal delivery service. It just makes things a lot easier, and yeah, why not? So another thing worth mentioning is that if you are a bigger person who needs more calories for energy, then just note that the calorie range with FreshNLean can be anywhere from 400 to 500 calories. So depending on how many meals you do, you would probably need to eat a little more, which I guess would just depend on you and your situation. So for me personally, I don't need that many calories for the day, but what I do is I do still snack in between my meals. So I'll either have a smoothie, or I'll have a protein bar, or some nuts, anything just to kind of hold me over. I do find that my body does better having smaller meals versus 3 big meals during the day. During this part of the video, I'm just gonna share a little unboxing video so that you know what you can expect. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, feel free to give this video a thumbs up and share with anyone who you think might also benefit from it as well. I'll see you on the next one. Thanks. So when you open the box, this is what it looks like. Let me just... So this is what it looks like. There typically is an ice pack that's like on top of this, but this is what it looks like now. So I do 10 meals. Paleo. So this one here is minestrone veggies with chicken sausage, and what I like about this is, as you can see here, it shows it's premium protein, nutrient dense, dairy free, gluten free, shiitake mushroom stir fry with chicken. This one looks good. Cilantro basil pesto with ground beef. And as you can see there, 31 grams of protein. That's awesome. And it has 420 calories, which is great. Wow. Okay. Mediterranean artichoke chicken. That looks good. Nice, real big piece of chicken there. So what I do like about it is there's definitely a lot of variety. This is a steak with roasted veggies, 36 grams of protein, 420 calories. Same thing here again, shiitake mushroom stir fry with chicken. So I think that's pretty much it. It's like 5 different meals, if I'm not mistaken. Cilantro basil pesto with ground beef, Mediterranean artichoke chicken, yeah. But as you can see here, there's all this on these bags. It keeps it nice and cold.